Good morning. You join us as I'm joined by my guest, Casey Hogarth from One Utility Bill. How are you doing, Casey?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. There are bits to a estate agent's processes that are extremely exciting and add a lot of money to the bottom line. And we we should be seeing them do more of that. There are
Yeah,
bits of their processes that are extremely time consuming and take up a lot of admin and don't necessarily always add money to the bottom line. And you guys come in with a solution that basically takes the headache away from that whole changeover process, which needs to be done on every property, and
yeah,
that you let it even needs to be done on properties that you sell, to be honest. And it's always something that most lettings and management departments find a bit of a pain because it involves a lot of admin, and very often having to go to sort of find out who the supplier is, who the local authority is, which water company it is, and you sometimes can take an hour of your time easy.
yeah.
But that's where you guys come in. So in a nutshell, what problem are we going to solve for landlords and agents?
Absolutely. It's everything that you've said is completely true, especially in the current climate of the market of utilities, of energy right now. Things are taking a lot longer for things to be processed. So the company itself is One Utility Bill, and the product we're discussing today is Notify. Notify is a completely free utility registration platform for letting agencies to use. So the pain that we're removing is the need for letting agencies to contact the local authorities, the water, the energy companies, and register their move outs and move ins with them. We basically replace that with an online dashboard where the letting agency can log into, submit their tenancy changeover information, and we'll do that for them. We're the ones that do this day in, day out, so we're completely removing the need for them to have to contact providers. We'll make sure that the bill is in the correct name, and yeah, it just completely removing that stress and hassle and admin for them.
And so for anybody sort of wondering whether or not this sort of integrates with other systems that they're already using, my understanding is that Notify works really well with CRM systems as it stands, and you should be able to get that integration into most CRMs, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. All of our products are built by our in-house development team, and we are currently integrated with Refit and Acquaint. We are in talks with a lot of other data partners right now, but we do have an open API. So although we have a standalone portal which you can submit the information onto, we're very happy to have a conversation about what integration we can link with the agency, what CRM system they're using, reference system. Absolutely, we can get that integration linked up, which makes it even easier because you're not having to enter the information into the portal. It is automatic, but as a standalone portal as well, it takes seconds to add, and it's completely removing the need to contact providers directly. And you're replacing that with a friendly team in Newcastle who is going to be the partnerships team and the direct contact for each agent that we work with. So at least you're going to know who's on the other end of the phone when you
and who cannot fall in love with that accent? I mean, they always sound cheerful and happy to help. I love it. I think all customer service teams should be down in Newcastle, but that's just me.
Absolutely.
So clearly there's great benefits there in terms of time saving for the agent or for anybody else using it. What's the sort of customer experience side of things, and perhaps the benefits that a tenant will perceive? So we've done the changeover.
Yeah.
Tenant moves in. What do they get?
So for the tenants, they have a dedicated welcome team that would call them when they move into the property. So just before the tenancy is due to start, our welcome team will give them a call and let them know who their current utility providers are, which, as I said, especially during everything that's happening in the market right now, it's a call that's really appreciated by tenants, because I'm sure we all have been in the same boat over the last few months of not knowing what.
And it's confusing, isn't it?
100%. Yeah, absolutely. With everything that's going on in the energy market, people don't know whether they should stay with the current provider, switch away, do I fix my tariff, do I not? So the service that we provide is we'll contact tenants, let them know who their providers are, and just give some general advice on what they need to do, how to take meter readings, where they need to submit that. We will also offer an all-in-one bills bundle. So if they wanted to remove that hassle completely, we can offer them all of their utilities into one monthly payment. They can choose whether they want to include all utilities, including broadband, TV, water, or just gas and electricity, for example. We then contact the providers, set that up with them directly, and then they pay us one fixed payment each month for all of their utilities. So not only removing the hassle from agents from registering the utilities, but also for tenants as well. But again, it's a friendly team. We're not based in a call centre or anything like that. The tenant would have one point of contact throughout their full journey with us as well. So if they do want to get set up, we can arrange that directly with them. But if not, we're there to give them advice on how to do it themselves.
And I suppose for any agents out there that may be managing HMOs or any other sort of tenancy where they offer an all-inclusive rent, sometimes it's hard to work out the utilities and so on. But I suppose if you've got one bill there for everything, that's going to make a managing agent's life easier, a landlord's life easier as well, in terms of just knowing what the bottom line is.
Yeah, absolutely. It just puts everything into one contact, into one bill. You're not having to contact a million different providers to find out who's supplying the property. Also on the portal itself, the only information we require for the move outs and move ins is your basic information, such as the address, what dates the tenants are moving out, which services you want us to contact. We don't need you to tell us who the providers are. That's what we would find out when we actually tell you. So you're fully informed on the portal of who the providers are. When we've notified them as well, you'll have a little status tracker on there, so you know that we've contacted the providers when you send it through.
And so for those agents that earn, because some of them do sort of earn commission when they're using systems perhaps to sort of switch utilities and so on, I understand you have that also built into your system.
Absolutely. So we're one of the only utility registration platforms that offer a guaranteed commission for each move-in submitted. So you basically earn more commission the more notice you give us of a tenant moving in, because we're providing a better service to the tenants when we can get in touch with them early on, before they've set anything up. But it's for every move-in that they submit in, as long as we've got 4 days notice. It's not dependent on the tenant taking out any services that we'll be offering when we include the bills into one. As I said, we're not a pushy sales team. We're there to help, we're there to advise. So we basically pay the commission for every single new tenancy, rather than relying on tenants sort of being sold to, I guess.
Yeah, no, all sounds superb. So for any agent out there watching this today and they want to get involved, obviously your details are on kerfuffle.com, but how easy is it to sort of on board with this? So if I said to you, Casey, I'm ready to go today, how quickly can I be using it?
Very quickly, it couldn't be any simpler. You just need to request a call back through the Kerfuffle page, contact us, we'll set up a demo, we'll go through with whoever's needed to see the platform. Takes around 10 minutes just to show you how it is that it works. And we'll set up the account instantly, send all the information over. We do obviously have clauses that you can pop into ASTs just to cover for GDPR, sending information through to us.
That was going to be my next question. So good. Yeah, good to cover that.
Exactly. So as soon as that's imported into the ASTs, we're good to go. The account is set up instantly, and we'll have a handover call so you can meet your account management team, your success team. So you see again, you know who's on the other end of the line when you're contacting. But yeah, pretty much instantly.
Brilliant. A friendly and straightforward service. What more could you wish for? Casey, thank you very much for giving us your time, and also giving us your colleague Joe on Sunday is joining us on our Dragon Boat race, raising money for Agents Giving. So thank you very much to the team at One Utility Bill. We'll make sure we return him back to you. That's slightly wetter than he arrived.
From what I've heard, I don't think he's going to be too much involved. I don't think he's got a lot of experience with Rowan, so good luck with him.
Thank you. I'll keep my eye on him for you. Katie, thanks very much.
Thank you.